Fandoms are the lifeblood of the nerd world. Mess with them and you will probably get cut. And Hollywood knows that, right? I mean, like, they should at least be able to learn from past experiences such as Street Fighter, Doom, and Super Mario. Yet we still have our childhoods altered every single time a new video game movie comes out. And sad to say, but Sonic is the latest in a very long line of artistic freedoms taken with our beloved icons. And that's what we want to talk about this week on the Free Play Podcast.
You are listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network.
What's up, nerds? My name is Bubba Stallcup, and I'm the Chief Community Nerd here at Love Thy Nerd, and you are listening to the Free Play Podcast, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. And join with me, as always, is our Chief Outreach Bro, Matt Warmbier.
What up?
Also a Chief Outreach Nerd, if you want to go that route.
I feel like I've morphed the title to Chief Outreach Bro.
You haven't not. I'll give you that.
Okay, I accept.
And also with us is Chief Social Media Bro, Kate Katawaki.
What's up, bro?
Hello. I'm sorry. I can't stop thinking about the stupid video.
We were watching. We'll just put it out there that we were watching a lot of Cardi B Instagram stuff, and it's not for the faint of heart, because Cardi B do what Cardi B do. So
Cardi B does.
Hello.
Okay, that's all I wanted.
I'm sorry. I was
wanted.
trying to not laugh about it and not
You
think
really
about
kept
it, but
together for 30 seconds.
But then it entered my brain, just the sound of her voice, and then I started laughing again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, now it's in all of our heads again. Awesome, cool. Well, now we got to try and do a podcast, and we'll see how Clausen puts this together.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But we are a weekly podcast from the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network, and we'll talk a little bit about that at the end of the show here. But you are listening to Free Play, where we talk about really anything and everything nerdy, however we define that from week to week. Matt, Kate, and I are three of our founders here at Love Thy Nerd, so this is your first time listening to us or even consuming any of the Love Thy Nerd content. A lot of it comes from us, and we are part of a great team with our other founders, and you guys, thank you so much for spending time with us, whether it's on a podcast or on our website over at lovethynerd.com. So what we'd like to do first and foremost is get started by what we have been playing. So Kate, for a change, let's start with you. What have you been playing? Like a game, like the games that you've been playing.
Well, I've actually been super busy the past 2 weeks.
I can't wait to hear this.
With, how do you say, work?
Just like that, yeah.
I was going to ask a question earlier, and maybe you can edit this out if you don't think it's appropriate for the podcast, but did that one guy get the amount of listens he needed to have?
Yes, we're actually doing really great.
You did? Oh,
we're doing awesome.
Okay, good.
What I said before was a joke.
You okay?
Hey, I'll say that I listened to about 20 seconds.
Same.
So does that count?
Okay, that's fine. And let me backtrack because nobody knows what you're saying.
You need the click, right?
One of my other jobs is I do, for this client, I more do music stuff. And this client had a single release the other week. On
music
Friday.
stuff.
Huh?
We'll call him Mr. Timberlake.
That's not it. That's not it at all.
Jose Timberlake.
No. Anyways, the music is Latin pop, and the single came out, and these two listened to it for 20 seconds. That's great. Does
that count?
I don't know. I think so.
I want to say yes.
Dare I say yes?
You were aiming for a certain play count.
Yeah.
And if we gave you 20 seconds each, I mean, it's pretty good.
That's a whole 40 seconds together.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's
fine. You got my dollar.
It's fine.
My dollar?
So that's why I haven't been as busy playing games, because I've been doing other things. But I've I think I have an 11-day streak in this app. I'm trying to
Yo.
relearn/learn better Spanish because, some stuff for work, the music's in Spanish. I have no idea what they're saying.
Right. They're probably talking trash about you.
They are definitely talking
and
trash
you would have
about
no
me.
idea.
So that's like when I go to
love
my grandma's house and they're talking Filipino language, and I know they're
The Filipino
talking crap
language.
about me, and I'm like, Dad, tell her to stop. Tell grandma to stop. Like,
You tell her yourself.
she doesn't care.
That's what Dad says.
But anyways, so I've been using this app called Duolingo, and
I've used it, yeah.
it's
Shout out.
it's super fun. They've totally like gamified the process of learning a language.
You feel good? I'm going to friend you on there.
Don't.
We're going to challenge
you
each
can have
other.
friends on Duolingo.
It's like
Why?
like
You're not gonna
peer pressure.
No,
I was using it. I was trying to learn Hebrew. I know, does that sound weird? Because I want to know it.
Oh.
I want to learn Dothraki.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, maybe they have it on there. You should check.
I'll
But-
friend you on there.
Well, I'm checking right
It's
now.
seriously, every aspect of it is gamified, and I really like that about it. It makes it more fun for me.
What are some of the words you've learned?
Sorry,
what do
my
you see
chicken.
up there?
My chicken was really loud, and I was trying to think if I was going to tell her to be quiet or not.
Yeah,
But
you
now I
go
know.
ahead.
Now I know.
I got you. Be quiet. Shh.
No, you gotta unlock the chicken speak in the Duolingo app, and then
Yeah, and then tell her to be quiet.
you have no idea what you just said.
I had
offensive.
chickens growing up.
Do not Google Translate that.
Well, here's the problem. I was doing really good, and I felt good about my progress in the app until the other day when
Yeah.
I got the same
Stage
question wrong 4 times in a row.
Yep.
And it kept asking me the same question.
You just
You will
can't get it
never
right.
The
find
app-
the
I
banyo.
have no idea.
The app was adapting to my dumbness, and I'm like, no, this is the answer. And I typed it in, and it's like, no, wrong. And then it re-showed it
Right.
again. I'm like, okay, no, this is the answer. And they're like, no, again. Let's try it third
You're
time.
like, I'm pretty
Wrong
sure I
again.
didn't select this one last time, so this is the one. Oh, I must have selected. I did
And
the
it's
same
the
thing.
same. It's the same,
Same
one. And now I'm
question.
still.
I think the trick is just to learn.
Well, like they
actual
eventually,
words?
yes, 100%. Like they get to the point where they want you to type the word out, and
Yeah,
you're like,
and then you speak.
I don't know.
You speak
Oh, that's a
into
trap.
it. They have all these different kinds of ways that you can learn, which is great. But I learn best by writing stuff down, and they don't offer it like how I want them to.
and
offer
I
it.
don't.
So
I'm best at multiple choice.
That's
How
not how
you
language works,
say
though. Like
multiple
in a
choice.
conversation, nobody's going to give you multiple
Select
choice.
A, B, C, or D.
here, I'll say a sentence that I learned. Okay,
Can't wait.
Oh,
I don't want to look at you. Tú eres un hombre. It means you're a
Something that-
man.
I am. I'm a man. I'm a man.
Don't you forget it.
So that's what I learned in the app.
Hombre,
That sentence.
brah. Hey,
No,
you're
but
getting
it's-
there. You can
it's-
tell people they're men.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a man. Deal with
You're
it.
a man, not men.
You're a
It's
man.
it's really fun. Like if you're
I'm getting
thinking
into plural
about
here.
learning a new language. Oh, and it's
Mans.
free. So they have the paid one, but I'm like the free one works fine for me right now. I don't
Uh-huh.
need that. It's fine.
No way.
Does it? You're kind of struggling with the free
Hey,
version.
No.
Give me-
What?
Give me how many days streaks do you think you can make it to?
50.
Because I don't
Got
want
11
to. I don't
right
want to come back next week and say,
I
I
can
don't
make
want
it
you
to
not
50
talking about this.
easy. I can make it to 50.
Everyone, hold her to this. I want to see more.
You mean you
I
want
wanna
to
see
hear me
improvement
speak?
Is what I want to
I
see.
want to see
You want-
improvement. I want to see 70. I want to see
Well,
a
That's
70-day streak.
I won't
To
say
me, that's not improvement though. Like, can
It's
you
a
speak
step.
the language? That's
70
improvement.
days of writing the wrong answer over and over and over.
I want you to be able to look us in the eyes when you speak to
And
us
I
in
want
the
you to
language.
tell me I'm a
Fine.
man. I want you to tell me I'm a man with
I could
confidence.
say that. I could also say that you drink milk or you
I
eat
don't, though,
apples.
so joke's on you.
All right, so maybe lactate.
No,
You drink?
No. I have a
this
lactate
is-
bowl with.
It's Family Podcast. How
That's
do
what
you
it's called.
say-
It's like dairy-free milk.
Ugh. It's not milk.
Well,
How do you say chocolate milk? Now we're talking. How do you say Nestle Nesquik?
chocolate
Nescafe.
leche. That's how you say it. Leche de chocolate. That's how you
I'm
say
gonna-
it.
I'll
Actually,
believe you. I'll
I
believe
I
you.
don't- think
anyone
so.
anyone can correct me on that. So, anyways,
and I'm sure that they will.
While it's not a game in the sense of a game, it kind of is a game because of the way that they've set up the learning style, which I appreciate and I think is cool, and I earn gems every day. And when my health goes down very low because I wrote the same thing wrong 4 times, the health goes down, and it causes a little bit of panic.
Yep.
I had to
If you die in the game, you die in real life.
Yeah, well, I had to use my gems to get my
Spanish.
health back so I could try again.
Yep. You're doing great.
So,
Keep it up.
have you been learning Hebrew as part of the games that you've been playing this week? Or
No.
Oh.
No.
Kate, I don't even see you on this app.
I
What?
didn't make it. Is it Kate Dangerous?
I don't. They gave me
see you.
no. Stop. They gave me a random. Hold on.
Did you use your Facebook?
No.
Just use your Facebook.
I
It's
don't.
way easier.
I don't like it. I'm Kate Dangerous. That's my name on everything.
Sorry.
Look it up. Look, it says friends. You're all alone, Kate. Add some friends.
Well, friend me.
I
It's
did, Matt.
fine.
I sent you a Duolingo
All right.
I
request.
don't think so.
Check it out.
Also,
Anything.
Kate, can we talk about the poster that has reemerged over your right shoulder right now? I know this is riveting podcast material, but I'll post a picture of it in the comments. What is going on? Where did it come from? Why are you wasting paper again?
Well, I only printed out one.
That's a step down. I'm
I
proud of you.
printed out one photo. It's not even a photo. It's a drawing, black and white drawing of Ethan Klein from H3H3 coughing. So if you've ever seen any of their content, it's the funniest thing ever when he coughs. So I used
Is
to
he
have.
puking a little bit?
No, he's not. No, that's his tongue.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so if you ever thought there was nothing about our podcast that could be merch worthy, Kate printed out a picture of a guy coughing.
That's on the merch. They sell merch that has that on there.
Mhm. No, I know. I'm making
For
a
reals.
point here
Oh.
that we have actual merch content for things. Unless you want a picture of Matt coughing. Matt, go ahead. Perfect. Oh, man.
Gotta make it happen.
Is that
And-
zebra tape? What am I looking at?
No, it's that
I don't know.
like
It's just like
washi
zigzag.
tape.
But
Washi
Oh.
tape.
you
It's
made a
zigzaggy
comment
tape.
earlier in the meeting that we had about how I have
did.
nothing up on my wall. And
She's in
earlier,
a corner of a room with gray walls. You see nothing.
Really,
what
it's a
is it?
void.
You
so
tell me it's your house.
I
Decorate a
put
little
that-
bit.
Let's
Jeez.
go.
I put that paper back up there. And
I'm at
before
least giving you something to look at behind me here.
well,
Yeah.
Okay, do a screenshot real fast.
maybe I'll add some stuff. What? I don't want to take a
Do a
screenshot.
screenshot, and then you can post
I already
this link
did.
up.
I already
Okay,
It's
great.
already
screenshotted it. Don't worry,
Anyways,
I got
I've
you
been
guys.
playing stuff. I've
Oh,
been
hey,
playing
Matt.
stuff. Wait,
See you
no, I haven't been
I
playing
tried
stuff.
to segue, and then
I
something
know,
happened.
we jumped back. Here's the thing. Like, I was looking at my BG stats, and I have not played a tabletop game since May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Or someone else.
Was it a
Blessings.
Star Wars one at least?
No, I think I
Did you
like
play Jar Jar?
like-
Did you play Jar Jar?
No, I played like Welcome to and Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle.
Oh, that sounds nice.
I'm in like this gaming rut, especially with video games. I have tried to play Origins again. Last night I turned on Red Dead 1. And I was like, all right, Bubba said to go for it.
Yeah.
The buttons are all
Yeah.
weird.
Come
I
on.
aimed
Now
my
you're just
gun at
being a
somebody and I was just
baby.
trying to talk to him. I shot a coyote. I mean, pretty.
Or as Kate would say, a coyote.
Uh-huh.
so-
And then you
be
press the
El
button that
Coyote.
says
And then you
check
get health
solution.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I don't know. I just haven't like in the evenings instead of playing games, we have sorted all of our Legos in the entire house, and we have a lot
I
of
did
Legos.
see that.
We sorted them all by color,
Oh,
which is
jeez.
because it's just so we have these giant bins with so many different sets just all like smashed together. So we figured if we put them all by color, it'd be a little bit easier to find what you're looking for. And
Did
so we've been.
Did you
Go ahead.
check with Derek Funkhauser on your colors before you?
I did.
We got
Yeah.
going?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oranges and greens are the same to me. No. We've been just trying to
Derek.
build through sets, and I mean it's been good. It's been fun. We've been doing that, and then watching Altered Carbon, which I'd never watched before. Have you watched that?
I
No.
have seen just a hair of it.
It's good. It's kind of trippy. It's kind of weird. But
Hashtag Netflix original.
right. And so if
Yep.
it has some nudity in it, so you just can fast forward through that.
But it's all dog nudity. So it's
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the shows,
Elephant. Yeah.
like I feel like a lot of the Netflix originals, like they just don't care. It's just like whatever, anywhere.
Dude, I will say this about Netflix originals. Like sometimes it's like that's the boat you get yourself into. And then other times it's like Bear Grylls pretending to fight off a wolf. Like
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. We were watching just the other day. What were we watching? We were watching the
You versus
planets
Wild?
ones.
Oh.
No. What's all the ones I'm talking about, like about the planets and stuff? This
Yeah,
planet,
like
our
Planet Earth and Our Planet. Yeah.
Well, they were doing one where they were talking about every single episode. And this isn't a political statement or anything, but every single episode ends with or it has something in it where it's like the polar ice caps are melting, or the rainforest is going away.
That'd be Our Planet. Yeah, that one's more.
It's every single one of them is the planet is dying. But hey, look, here's what's going on while it's alive. And so one of the things was that like all of the icebergs are starting to melt. So like these walruses are having to go onto land. Have you seen this one?
That's old news, isn't it?
And the
ice
but
melting?
well, I don't know. I don't keep up
Fake
with
news is what
current
you mean.
events. That was funnier than it needed to be because you guys weren't on the pre-show. But so the walruses have to like climb this mountain, and they're not meant to do that at all. But like all of them get onto this island, and some of them climb up to the top, and then no joke, like to get down, they get hungry, they just like fall off the side of the cliff. Oh my gosh, it's just like even just thinking about it, right? Like you
That's
can kind of get an idea.
terrifying.
My son bawling his eyes out, like ugly crying over this. And we're like, oh, bud, what is the matter? Are you okay? He goes, I was just the walruses. And like, it's like super sad. Like, I don't want to make light of it, but it was kind of funny. Like, we looked at each other and we're like, he has a heart. Our kid has a heart. But so like,
Who, Caleb?
the point I'm trying to make, yes, exactly.
Really?
Caleb also cried during Pete's Dragon, the remake, when they shot him with all the tranquilizer darts, and he thought that he was dead. And just ugly cries, dude. Ugly cries. And so anyway, the point I'm trying to make with this is like Netflix originals have two speed. Like we're either going to like throw walruses off of a cliff, or you're going to see some nudes. So
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Walrus nudes.
Anyway, what were you talking about?
He was talking about no, I'll tell you. He was talking about how he's struggling to pick a game and play a game because all he could think about is Red Dead Redemption 2 and nothing
Blessed
ever lives up
Red
to it, and it never ever will.
No.
And this is his fate now.
Well, I hope it's not. Honestly, I hope it's not like the Harry Potter of books. Like you read the Harry Potter series and you're like, that's it.
The Harry Potter of books or the Harry Potter of games?
Books. Like the Harry, like you know what I meant.
I think Harry Potter is the Harry Potter of books.
The Harry Potter.
I don't think he knew what you meant.
No, I mean like it's like Harry Potter. Like the books are so good, and then like you finish them, and you're like, where do I go from here? I have nothing.
You watch the movies.
No, hell, ugh.
No.
No.
I would
The
so much
movies are
rather read the
bad.
book.
I don't know. That seems
Then
like
you
that's gonna
go
take a lot of time.
Then you go read the Bible.
Ooh,
Yeah, there
that's
it
a
is.
solid Jesus juke right there.
And
Just kidding.
Thanks,
I
Kate.
have not made
The
it
end.
the whole way through the Bible.
So I'm just trying to find something to play.
Well, we'll pray for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Kate just came from church, so she's all jazzed up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey,
that's
Bubby,
it.
what have you been
That's
doing?
the last joke. Okay.
I have also not been playing a whole lot of games, but I feel like I've been playing off and on. I told you guys last week that I bought Cuphead
Yes.
on the Switch, and so I actually started to play Cuphead on the Switch, and I feel a lot better about it because I played it on the Xbox, and I got pretty far. I didn't beat it, but I got pretty far. And so picking it up on the Switch, I feel just way better, a lot more confident about what I'm doing, and it makes the game way more enjoyable when I'm not just coming in cold turkey, or coming in cold rather, not cold turkey. That would mean that I'd quit before. But anyway, so I've been playing that a little bit, not a whole lot, and really trying to ease back into gaming without jumping headfirst into it. And so I have been playing Scythe, but not the way that it's intended to be played. In that, have you guys seen this? That there's like a Where's Waldo kind of thing going on with the Scythe board. That obviously it's been there the whole time, but there are like hidden Easter eggs on the Scythe board.
I only saw that just today.
Yeah, so I caught wind of that a couple of probably like 5 or 6 days ago, and like here are some of the things that are hidden on the board. Like Santa Claus is on there, Thor, the Groke from Moomin. I don't know. I don't know what that series is, but it's like a big looking brown thing. Loch Ness is on there, all Nessie. A Hobbit house, Little Red Riding Hood, and also a big bad wolf is in there as well. And then also what is presumably Geralt from To Witcher is on there as well.
I'm in.
And then like Jamie Stagmeyer also like hid stuff on the cards and stuff. Like his cats are on there. There's a Gateway Arch on the factory card. And then like some stuff from the Invaders from Afar expansion also has some not spoiler, but some Easter eggs on it. And like, so I just took the board out and I told Anna at about 10:30, I was like, hey, we're going to play Scythe. And she says, you're freaking crazy, bro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we are not playing that. I said, no, we're going to play different. And so I have the board expansion. So we flipped the board over to where it was larger. And,
yeah, good job.
And then we just stared at the board and played Where's Waldo for a while. And it's, to me, like that was so great because it took this board that I've looked at dozens of times and it made it like brand new to me. Like seeing something that you've been looking at for a long time and then seeing it in a brand new light with fresh eyes. Like that was so cool. And just another reason that you should love Stonemaier games. I mean,
I'm surprised it took so long for people to start talking about that.
Apparently, it had been a thing. Like when somebody brought it up, they were like, "Oh yeah," and then Santa Claus is on there. Oh, did you find whatever and all these other things.
I heard nothing.
Yeah. Well, I'm on the internet a lot, and you were camping, so
that's fair. Yeah.
That's funny. I like that roast.
I literally sit in front of a computer for many of the hours of the day.
Yeah.
So
congratulations.
But I don't know. I just got in. I had a Kickstarter come in. You guys can see this. I'll post a picture of it.
It says growl on it, and it has a fuzzy blue fur around a box.
And look, it's googly
and
eyes.
It has two eyes that are
shaky.
googly eyes.
Yeah, so this is supposed to be kind of like a werewolf-esque social deduction game. And then also got in the mail today, this is a Kickstarter preview. This is called Solo Una Noche.
Oh, Spanish. One night only. Hey.
Holy.
Let me cover it, yeah.
Everybody look at what
Duolingo.
I just did.
Yeah, you just gained 5 gold star hearts or whatever.
Gems.
I got 5 gems.
But this was actually Andrew Cooper posted in our Facebook community, which if you guys aren't a part of, you need to go and do that. He, I don't know, he had a theme song. He posted in there that his buddy had created a game that's on Kickstarter. It's there right now. And so I said, hey, if your bud wants us to feature it, please let him contact me. And he did, like within the hour. So we're going to talk about that. Matt and I are going to play this game. I'll play it this week, and then I'll send it off to Matt, and we will actually feature it on Beard Bros and Co-Optional and possibly even an article on our website, and just kind of give it full coverage so that we can get into the Kickstarter preview game. And so those are games that I'm going to be playing. I also got that really great desk that in my office that I haven't used yet. But I brought my Super Nintendo, my SNES Classic, so that I could have it at that desk in case I or anybody wanted to come in and play it. Hey Kate, here we go.
What?
Are you ready? Are you ready? I need to know. Are you ready?
No.
Cool.
I'm scared.
You even said it in Spanish. I couldn't believe that. We are, my family has just jumped into the 4K world. We bought a 4K television. We bought 4,000 Ks.
You know what? That
television.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, no, same. So we were at Walmart the other day, and they had a 4K TV for $200, a 50-inch 4K TV for $200. And I said, it wasn't a smart TV, it was a dumb TV, but I don't need a smart TV.
You got the 4K, that's all that matters.
Yeah, honestly, I do not need the smart TV.
You know the case.
I have an Xbox, I got a PlayStation, I've got an Apple TV, I have a computer. Like, I have all these.
Really?
I have all the smart things, dude. I'm kind of got a lot of stuff.
Huh? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Train.
That doesn't seem like you.
Brag much? Jeez, computer.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it. It's my Blue Light Special Kmart original PC.
I'm gonna get one of those one day
with M-DOS ME on it. So, and no, you won't. You will never get one of those. My dibs. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I'm pretty excited about it now. Like, I got all hopped up, and then I plugged in my Xbox, and I realized that my Xbox is first gen. So it's not Xbox One X.
How's the PlayStation though?
Oh.
I have not done that yet, and I don't think does the PS4 regular have 4K? I think it's just the Pro, right?
I think it's just the Pro.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to send me your.
It's gonna look better. It's gonna look better anyways.
Just take my word for it.
Send me the TV. I have the stuff.
No.
Fine.
When I
Go
plugged
ahead.
in my PS4 Pro, it was like seeing for the first time. So
that's fine,
I
man.
just you'll get there
I went from
someday.
720p to 4K, and I'm like, Anna, do you see the difference? She said, not really.
It's
Yeah, well, you know
decent.
what? Go slow. Go to 1080 first, and then work your
that's
way
as
up.
high as it can
Let's
go.
trade TVs. What's that? Well, how many inches?
All of them.
All right, let's trade.
It's every inch that it is. It's 50 inches. Actually, I'm sorry, 49.5 on a diagonal.
Okay,
Wow.
yeah, you shouldn't have rounded it up like
Yeah,
that.
don't round that
Yeah,
up.
well, it was on the box, so just give me a minute.
It's nearly 50 inches.
Almost nearly 50 inches. Yeah.
Uh-huh. You'd actually would round down though in that instance. Yeah, sorry, 49.
Always up.
49,
Always up.
and then
Always
at
round
that
up.
point, just round down to 40.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
I do the same thing with TVs that I do with games. I just interpret in my favor, and it's a 90-inch TV.
Double it
Yeah.
and double it again.
Double it again. Well, those are just some of the games that we're playing, and we want to know, like, what are you guys playing? What should we be playing? Hit us up on Facebook in our community. Just simply search for Love Thy Nerd Community on Facebook, and we'd love to have you there. And also, you can let us know on Twitter at Love Thy Nerd, or hit us up on Twitter for just this podcast if you feel like it, at Free Play Podcast. And we want to know, seriously, what are you playing? And if you tell us, we'll talk about it right here on this podcast. Hey, before we get too far along, can we just give a shout out to Laura Campbell? Can we do that?
We may.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was talking to my buddies the other day. These, the guys that are guys that are in my life group. I told you that she is a friend of Campbell's, and they're like best friends. They're in the wedding and all that stuff. Anyway, she was talking with her again, and she comes to me at life group, and she says, "Hey, do you know, like, we had a chance to catch up on some of the podcast because of Laura." Like, they sat down and they were talking about something, and Laura was like, "Oh yeah, they mentioned you on the podcast," and she's like, "Oh man, how am I ever going to find that episode?" And she was like chapter and verse, like, "Oh, it's episode yada yada yada."
Oh, that is awesome.
And
Oh my
so
gosh.
shout out Laura Campbell. Thank you
Whoop.
so much.
Definitely shout out.
We need to hey, you know what? Let's send her a sweatshirt.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Whatever you think you have the power to do.
Yeah, look, I can,
He has the power.
I got a podcast. I'll say whatever I want.
Yeah, we can say whatever we want, but we'll see if it actually happens.
I also have a company credit card, so if you want,
Oh, that's
a
true.
Okay, so
Then you're good.
anywhere,
like-
You're good.
just
There
let
you
me
go.
know. Yeah,
We pay ourselves. Okay, I'm following.
fair enough. Yeah. But hey, Laura, we'll get with you, and this is a big old mom shout out. Hey, thank you for listening, and
Yeah.
also we'll get with you, and we'll find out your address, not in a creepy way.
In a
it's
nice
fine.
Just
way.
how about just message Bubba?
That's a better way to
Message
do that.
Bubba your size and address, and he'll send it on your way.
Fair enough, Matt. Thanks for doing that.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Thanks
There
for
you go.
saving that segment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's move the show right along. This week, we want to talk about something that's near and dear to all of our hearts. Not just Matt, Kate, and I, but there are certain fandoms that you just don't mess with.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive. You guys know that one?
No.
Oh, that's
He's
the cartoon
fastest
theme song.
thing alive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had
you're
a hard
right.
time.
Need
It
some
was in a
piano
different key,
underneath
but
that.
I got it. Yeah,
It does.
yeah.
It's probably been 25 years since I've heard it, but I still got it.
Yeah,
My-
definitely.
Yeah, it's also like far less piano and way more synthesizer and electric guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very, very hairband.
It's really great.
Well, obviously, we're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog, and
God,
What?
and
What's
according
who's
to my
that?
kids, it's Conic. One of my kids called him Conic, like for a little while, and I tried to keep that going. Like, oh yeah, Conic the Hedgehog. Same with like they called him Snoofy instead of Snoopy. Anyways, go on. I tried to keep that up.
your kids are the worst.
What else?
No,
Conic's the
but
worst.
I mean, if you guys haven't seen Sonic on the online, just Google it. It's worth every moment of your time. But so Sonic the Hedgehog, right, gets this new movie. We get a trailer. He's coming out to Gangster's Paradise. Like, it's just
Weird.
the Sonic we've known and loved.
Is it,
We've come a
though?
long way since was it Steve Urkel that voiced him in the cartoon? I want to say
Get
it was
out of
I
town.
wanna say
I don't
that it
know.
was.
Jamal.
Jamal. Yeah. Check that out while I'm finishing this here.
Steve Urkel, Sonic. Google.
But anyway, so like you guys have probably by now seen it, and what ended up happening, if you haven't seen it, was that he got a design initially, and we got. Was it?
No, sorry.
Oh,
I thought it
wasn't
was
him?
Jamal.
Oh,
But you're
okay.
right. He did voice Sonic.
Oh,
He did.
yeah.
I just looked it up too.
Yep.
Anyways, continue. Sorry.
So anyways, so he got an initial design, and then the internet lost its freaking mind about what he looked like. And I'll be honest with you, when I saw it, I didn't really even think anything about it
I didn't
because
either.
I wasn't thinking, oh, they'll do Sonic from the cartoon, which is really what everybody wanted. That's like the definitive Sonic. They'll do Sonic from the cartoon, and then boom, we'll get a movie like that. And people were even worried about Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, and that I guess ended up fine because at the end of the trailer he got his big old handlebar mustache and bald head. But what ended up happening was the internet fixed it, and by fixed it I mean they cried until they got what they wanted. So what probably took a team of designers hundreds of hours.
Forever.
Hundreds of hours.
You can't just let me fix one screen and it's good for all of them.
Nope.
Ugh.
But you had the internet who decided to do like some painting, like some digital painting, and they painted pretty much cartoon Sonic in that vein of the movie, and
Yes.
did a really great job. And so everybody loved that on the internet, obviously. So then the directors come back and they say, you're not happy with the design and you want changes. It's going to happen. The message is loud and clear. Everyone at Paramount and Sega are fully committed to making this character the best he can be.
And then
You know
money
what?
started just flying down from the sky around all those
Yep.
devs and all those whatever industry people, and they started picking it up and said, "We're ready."
It
What
was
I would have
already-
done
what, like a $19 million movie? Is that what it was? 19,
I don't
Too much.
something like that.
Something like that.
I mean, just like Dr. Robotnik has his change in the trailer to bald and crazy mustache, I would have made it like by the end of the movie, like Sonic gets hit and he's suddenly like cartoon Sonic. Like, we did it. We fixed him for you. The next movie's going to be great.
Yeah, he runs real fast into a wall, and now everything's
He's
smushed
smaller
and
his eyes are
splatting.
together, sort of, but not really.
Yeah. When I first saw it, I kind of thought something wasn't right about it, but not enough to complain to anybody. And also,
He
I don't
looked like movie Sonic.
know. I'm not so familiar with Sonic that I can tell his eyes are too close or far apart or whatever. So I'm like, well, whatever.
I'm just surprised that there are this many people crying out about Sonic the Hedgehog. I
Right.
mean,
It's
like Sonic is I wouldn't call him a super popular character. I mean, he's not Mario.
yeah.
People aren't like lining up and like clamoring about the new Sonic the Hedgehog game, minus Sonic Mania, which was a lot of fun, but it was more like the old ones. Like, there were years and years and years where Sonic games were nothing and no one seemed to care about him.
Now they care though.
Now
But
they care.
He is a beloved figure. Like, he's Sega's mascot.
Where's Sega, though?
Yeah.
Sega.
Boom, roasted. But does that mean that he stays the same forever because he's the mascot? Like,
Well,
I mean, look
I
at
don't-
Mario.
yeah, you remember what happened when Mario got his own movie, and
Can you even count that as a Mario movie?
I think we have to.
I didn't even
That
know
movie
that that
was
was a thing.
Oh, it was awful. It was so
It
bad.
was
And I
real
knew
bad.
it when I was 8 years old, how bad it was.
Well, and everybody acknowledged that, right? And I think that's kind of what, like, everybody, even in the movie, was like, "This is trash." So maybe that's kind of what I'm trying to assume positive intent from the internet, which is never a great idea.
No.
But maybe that's what they were trying to do, was like save this movie and this possible franchise from what happened to our beloved plumber Mario.
He's not a
And-
plumber anymore.
Well,
How
that's
dare you.
your opinion. He's bivocational.
PhD. He's PhD plumber.
Well, I'm not letting him operate on me. That's all I'm saying. But so this comes on the heels, right, of like Detective Pikachu.
Which
you
was
know?
weird.
Did you see it? Of course. What am I talking about? Did
No.
Kate go to the movies and see
No,
it?
I didn't go to the
absolutely she
movies,
did
but
not.
the thing is, when I saw and again, I did not take to Twitter to air my grievances, but I thought, Pikachu looks a little too fuzzy. And also, why is he talking? And also, why is all the Pokemon here? Just, I don't know. I just felt weird.
Yeah.
People had a problem
Well,
with
I mean-
Pikachu in that?
I just thought he looked a
Yeah.
little too fuzzy. Is
Oh,
all.
I missed all of that.
That's really like
Yeah.
that's the biggest gripe I've heard about Pikachu, specifically Detective Pikachu in this movie, is that he's fuzzy because in order to bring him into the real world, he almost had to be.
Yeah, because it would look weird if he had no fuzz whatsoever. And I don't know how you could really have
Slick.
less fuzz than that. He isn't sort of like a mouse-based.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have fur. So
Do they? Slick fur.
It's science.
it is more slick fur. I saw that when I got a rat in the trap in my
You guys
garage.
have rats out there?
Yeah.
Gross. I'm
Chickens.
never coming there
They try
again.
to eat
They're
the chicken
mainly
food.
pets, but yeah.
Okay. Makes sense then.
But
yeah,
it's
even
not
one
like
of my artist friends was like, "Hey, I'm having it's really weird for me drawing furry Pikachu." Because he got a lot of commissions on Free Comic Book Day of people that wanted Detective Pikachu art. And so, but then he's like, I kind of like it, actually. It's different.
it's growing on me, but the thing is does fur and eye shape differences mean that the people making the movie have to change the whole movie?
That's really the thing, right? Because it's not just one or two frames like we mentioned earlier. You have to
It's
you've gotta
gazillions of frames.
redesign and re-render and everything. I've got to believe this puts them significantly behind.
Oh, yeah.
It's gotta.
Significantly behind.
I'm
So
trying to
now
think. Go ahead.
we're having to wait longer for a movie that
No
nobody's
one
clamoring for.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
Oh. Sorry.
Matt is in.
I'm trying to think of a movie that has a fictional animal in it that I would say, oh no, don't you ever do that to this animal, and be so
there have
angry
been
about it.
so many of them. I mentioned Pete's Dragon earlier.
Yeah.
That's a beloved character. We had Woody the Woodpecker movie. My kids love that movie.
I just feel like there's a difference in like
A lot of fart
between
jokes in that movie.
cartoon animal in a movie and then game animal in a movie or character. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like there's going to be a
Nerds-
difference.
Nerds are never happy. And that's kind of like the crux of this whole thing, right? Is that the internet, which is full of nerds and trolls, and if you can't think of one, it's probably you.
You're right.
They want things, the BK way, have it your way. So they do, and they complain and complain and complain. And I'm not really throwing shade if this is you, but this is just the culture we live in, right?
Yeah.
Like on the internet,
say
if you're
whatever you
part
want.
of it. I have a podcast on the internet, but they say that's not what I wanted, and then they get enough people to agree with them, and because of social media, these conglomerates and Sega and Paramount and stuff like that, they want to make money on this.
Yeah.
And honestly, this may allow them to make more money off of it. People might actually go see this movie more people might go see this movie than would not have initially because of the controversy surrounding it.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It is tough. And it's like, I was just thinking this the other day that social media is great, but it also sucks sometimes. Just like the blessing and the curse in so many different industries, and gaming and movie industry are not exempt from that. And it just is
Nope.
weird. It's so weird. Like, can you imagine if you watched, say, like, well, I guess this isn't equivalent to Lord of the Rings, but if you watched Lord of the Rings and said, that's not how Frodo looked when I read the book and
People
in my
did.
mind. I'm sure they did, but
100% they did. I mean, that's
Just not on
my
social
wife.
media.
nobody
Oh my
said it
gosh.
out loud, and nobody made a change.org petition for it
Yet.
yet.
Did
He's-
you
he's
did you
Frodo.
guys read that article? Speaking of Lord of the Rings and nerds getting really mad about it, did you read that article that was like an Amazon review, or maybe it was just a meme? That was
Same thing.
Somebody stating how Tolkien ripped off everything from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, I mean, just ripped into him, and they were like,
Oh,
"I
yeah.
can't believe this phony fake." Like, has he been on any like podcasts or shows where he's mentioned? And they were like going over it, like, this is the same thing, and this is the same thing, and this is the same thing.
That's
It
brilliant.
had to have been a
I
joke,
love it.
right? They had to have
I love
known.
it.
No, I don't know, dude.
Please let it be real.
You are overestimating the internet.
Huh.
It's full of ignorance, full of it,
What
and it's
would you
bliss until you post it.
Until
What would you
post
guys
it.
say is the best video game done into a movie?
Oh, it's Doom, hands down. Next question.
Really?
Or Street Fighter.
I don't
No,
even know
those are
if
both terrible.
have I even
I haven't
seen.
seen
I don't.
Doom. I'm trying to
I
think of
don't-
like all the ones. Like there's a Laura Croft. There was
Dwayne the Rock Johnson in it, man.
what's that game that everyone played in the 90s and 2000s?
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I wasn't a fan of
Street
Warcraft,
Fighter.
man. I thought it was real
Mario.
tryhard.
I don't think I've ever seen any. I don't think any
Assassin's
of them had
Creed.
that. Oh, I saw
thought
Assassin's
Creed
Creed.
was pretty dang good.
I haven't seen that
honestly.
one.
I saw. Okay, I had some issues with that one. As you
Well,
guys know,
you're too
I love
close.
Assassin's Creed.
Who are you talking to right now?
I don't know the people watching my YouTube channel.
Yep, you're not wrong.
Smash
I did enjoy
like
that movie.
Smash
and
it.
It's just such a weird franchise to make a movie about. It's so complicated. And I thought some of it was a little bit lost because it is too complicated to get across.
So
Still a good movie,
here's a good thing to do. Let's just read. I'm just going to blow through these really quick. This is like
Okay.
the top what does this say? Rotten Tomatoes, the top 41 video game based movies.
Okay.
Ranked worst to best.
Oh, worst.
You can go through
best.
all of them? Okay, I'm ready.
I'm just going to go
ready.
through them. Alone in the
Alright.
Dark.
Don't know it?
Mortal. This is starting at 41 and working.
Okay, yeah.
back.
Okay.
Okay, so Alone in the Dark, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which that game or that movie is something else. House of the Dead. In the
going.
Name of the King, A Dungeon Siege Tale.
Oh yeah. No.
Blood Rain,
Blood Rain. I recognize it.
right? Street Fighter, The Legend of Chun-Li. That one
Okay.
came out in 2009.
Yeah.
Postal,
Oh.
Silent Hill Revelation. Oh, I kind of like that one, actually. Hitman, Agent 47.
I forgot about that.
Wing Commander. Street Fighter, higher on this list than it should be.
Really? Oh, I thought that was pretty good when I was 9.
Yes, when you were 9.
Adjust for age.
Yes.
Sounds wild.
Hitman, 2007's Hitman. Pokemon, the first movie, Mewtwo versus Mew. I don't think that should
Oh,
count.
that's a cartoon. Oh, I thought we were just
Yeah.
doing okay,
Well,
cartoons
this
are
is
included.
this is Rotten Tomatoes. Pokemon
Okay.
Forever, the number 4 ever.
Love it.
Max Payne, I kind of like that one. Pokemon Heroes, a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah, I believe
Coming in
it.
at number 25, Assassin's Creed.
Wow.
Okay.
Yep. Another
All right.
Pokemon the movie, 2000. Doom at number 23. Resident Evil Apocalypse.
Okay.
Lara Croft, Tomb Raider.
Cloth.
Pokemon 3, the movie. Ratchet and Clank, 2016.
Don't
Oh.
know that was a movie? Okay.
At number 18, Super Mario Bros. How in the
Gross.
world? Here's what was better than Super Mario Bros. Need for Speed. You remember that from 2014?
Okay.
Yeah,
2014.
that's my favorite
geez.
movie, said no one ever. Resident Evil Afterlife.
Okay.
Resident Evil Extinction. Lara Croft, The Cradle of Life. Coming at number 13, Warcraft.
Okay.
Resident Evil Retribution. How many Resident
All
Evil
of them. I
movies are
didn't
there?
realize there were that many of those or Pokemon.
Number 11, Silent Hill.
Okay.
Again.
This was there was Silent Hill and then Silent Hill
Something else.
or another. Silent Hill's pretty good, actually. Number 10, Dead or Alive. Number 9, Resident Evil, the original.
Okay.
Hang in there, we're almost done. Number 8,
Ugh.
Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh.
Number 7, Resident Evil, The Final Chapter.
Oh, yeah. The last one.
Oh, man. Hey, check this out. Number 6, The Angry Birds movie.
What?
I guess that counts. That's actually a funny movie. I like that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 5, Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within. Number 4, Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Number 3, Rampage. No way. You
This
just
doesn't-
get out. Number 2, Tomb Raider, the new one. The long neck poster version.
Okay.
And the only one that is rated fresh. Number 1, Detective Pikachu. It's got a 64% fresh
Okay.
rating
Wow.
on Rotten
Okay.
Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Well,
Snuck in there at the
Just
last
barely.
moment. So
I
there's
mean-
not been really great representations of video games in the movies.
and maybe that's why there's the
The
clamor
highest-
about this stuff, because it's like,
Make it right.
yeah.
The highest, other than Detective Pikachu here, is Tomb Raider, the most recent at 52%, and the lowest is 1%. So
It's pretty good.
yeah, and all those except for Detective Pikachu, as far as Rotten Tomatoes is concerned, is rotten. So you can take that.
Do you think that part of the issue is just the combining of nerdy fandoms and the movie industry who maybe does not understand nerdy fandoms?
I
Or maybe
really,
they do. I don't.
My personal opinion is that they don't care. Like they say, hey, this is a brand new medium. Let's tell a different story. And that's the
Yeah.
complete opposite of what nerds are looking for. They want to see. It's the same thing when you make a comic book
Yeah.
movie.
I
They
guess-
want to see.
The nerds are
those-
just tired of it. I get it. Okay, it
Yeah.
makes sense now. Like the nerds are
Yeah.
tired of Hollywood ruining their fandom
Yes.
So there's okay. It makes sense now.
Hey, in the comments, prove me wrong. Like, am I off base? But as a nerd myself, like I have had to, I don't want to say trick myself, but it's the only phrase I can come up with. I've had to prepare my heart for whenever a movie comes out about a fandom that I like or even barely care about, I have to tell myself, okay, this is a parallel universe. Like it's another telling of a different way the story could have gone. I'm not going to try and correlate it, even if they use pieces from the comic book or the video game or whatever. Like even if they take specific storylines, it's a retelling. Like these are the things that have to go on inside of my head.
I would have a hard time keeping my mouth shut about a Zelda movie.
Well,
Yeah,
sweetheart,
like-
you better get ready to keep your mouth shut because Netflix has one
No,
in the
that's
wings.
Easter egg. That was April Fool's.
An Easter egg. Almost,
Easter egg.
got it.
Hey,
You're in the right
It's the
season.
same thing. That was April Fool's. I'm never gonna be ready for that because they're
no,
not doing
dude, I just read it that it's coming.
What if they could totally do a Red Dead Redemption movie
They'd ruin it. Unless it was John
Yeah,
Wayne.
it's
starring
It's just-
Horpins
2.5 hours. 2.5 hours of punching horses.
of horse riding?
That's all it is.
That's all it is. You're good.
That's all it is. And what else does it need to be? Nothing. Absolutely
Nothing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean,
We can't
I
say
like
for
seeing-
sure. We're just. This is the free play opinion cast.
that is our subtitle, yes.
We're just guessing.
I think I really do enjoy watching these things on screen. And I will not lie to you, the Doom one, it was tough. It's still tough for me. It does not hold up as if it ever did. But like they go into like this first person shooter mode where you're like in a game of Doom, like on rails,
I can get
and
behind
it gives me a headache. It really does.
that. Well, you're getting old, so it makes sense.
Well, that's true. You're not wrong. But I think the thing that works best for me is like with Assassin's Creed, where they do. It's like it's a different story, you know.
Yeah.
Like they're not trying to retell something that was in the game. They're using elements from the game to tell a different story. And if memory serves me correctly, like you can find in the latest game since the movie came out, you can find stuff about that character.
That is true. You can read emails that like reference that character, reference some stuff in the movie. I can't remember if it was in Odyssey or Origins, but one of those two.
One
You
of the
just-
most recent ones,
You
for
like
sure.
read some emails, so it's not super like you had to have seen the movie to play the game, or you had to have played the game to see the movie. But if you had, then there'd be a little tiny Easter egg
little
in there
deeper
for
Easter
you.
egg. That's where I jump in with Easter egg.
Yeah, the Easter egg
April
for you.
Fools.
So I think I like that perspective of doing it as like a story within loosely taking place within a universe, because then you have some freedom. Although I was watching the Assassin's Creed movie like looking for a secret message for me about what the next game was going to be.
Right?
Did you get it?
I didn't get it. There was none, obviously.
Obviously.
No.
Well, I mean,
So-
that's my favorite thing, and I would even like, you know, kind of as fan service, like maybe introducing a new character in the movie that then you could play in the game, or is going to be in the next one, or something like it's a launching of a story instead of ruining
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
that
That's a good idea.
is already ready to go, you know? So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'd like to see that crossover, because if you're going to invest the time and the money into this medium and that universe, why not leverage it? You know?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand is like, why do the things that you do? Why are you the way that you are?
That's
Mm.
right.
I hate all the things you choose to be.
That's another Office reference. If you're not watching The Office, then you're not getting the full experience of the Free Play podcast. Do yourself a favor.
But seriously, like,
I
you
don't
know,
know.
why don't you just, this is just drastically kind of simplifying it, but why don't you just try harder?
Yeah.
You know?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Well, I mean, let us know what you think in the comments below. I will continue to watch video game movies just because it kind of is a sweet spot for me. And because my heart is now really dead set on a Smash Bros. Movie. And
I don't
can't
know how
wait
that would work, but
it to happen. Well, there's an article up on old internet about how Detective Pikachu's directors would actually do a Smash Bros. Movie. So,
Interesting.
yeah. But anyway, so like I would love to see more of the video games make the leap. Like I think about even, like Netflix. Maybe not doing Zelda. Matt's really adamant about that, but maybe not doing Zelda. But
I want it, but I just want it done right.
Castlevania came as an anime, and I use that word like I truly understand what it means. So if it's not really an anime, just don't hate me.
Take it with a grain of salt.
I just read it. The guy who did Castlevania kind of mentioned that he might be working on Zelda.
I would be okay with that.
Yeah, same.
I would, because I loved what they did with Castlevania. It doesn't follow word for word the story that's in the video games, and that's what's like blowing a lot of people's minds or whatever. But like I enjoyed that because it was I got to experience more of a series or a fandom that I enjoy. And really, if you really truly think about it, as nerds and as fans, geeks, whatever you identify as, doesn't matter. But as people who consume this content, we win when more of it comes out. If they just straight trash it all the way, then yeah, vote with your dollars. Don't go see it. Don't watch it on Netflix, whatever. Like that's your own thing. But we, coming back full circle now, we have no idea what the story is for Sonic.
Well, he runs.
We know
assuming,
what we think the story is. But we don't know what the actual story for the movie is. So what we did was we truly legitimately judged the book by its cover, not knowing that maybe there was a reason why he looked like that. Maybe this was an origin story for how he gets started. I have to believe that it is, because Robotnik is not Robotnik yet. So like, I don't know. I thought that by the end of the movie, they could have got there. Like, yeah, change that about it. Maybe don't change the whole thing, but change that about it. I don't know. Like, there's 1,000 different things. It's a story that you can tell any way that you want to.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. So, I don't know. Maybe just slow your roll a little bit, nerd, and enjoy. Like, stop and smell the roses. The digital roses.
Deal.
Yeah. Matt's in.
Yeah.
Well, seriously, guys, let us know what you think about this in the podcast show notes, or on our podcast page at lovethynerd.com, or in the comment section on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, or wherever, however you're consuming this content. Just talk to us about it. We want you to start conversations, and we just want to help you start those any way that we can. So that's really what we're doing. We're not definitive. It's not our way or the highway most of the time. But if you are a lover of Sonic, then there's a movie out there for you. So maybe it'll be on the DVD bonus features.
I will say also, share this podcast with your friends, people you love, people
Tell
you hate,
everyone
people
if
you
you
don't
love
know.
them.
We just want to be able to talk to more people, reach more people, and tell them why we think Sonic needs to have his eyes together and not separate. Or something. We rely on you guys to share this because we can't reach all the people that you reach. We love you guys, and we love doing this. We want to keep doing this, and we want to reach more people. It is fun.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for episode 53 of the Free Play Podcast. Be sure to check out this podcast and our other podcasts on this network, the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network, Humans of Gaming, and the Pull List Podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, and really anywhere else that podcasts are found. And if you can't find us wherever you listen to them, I don't know where you are, but if we're not there, just let me know, and we'll do our best with the help of Clausen to get on that network. And if you're not already a part of the Facebook group, please, please, please do that. It is just a blast and a half. A lot of memes. Holy memes. We got them memes, though. So all you're going to want to do is just look for Love Thy Nerd community on Facebook and then just request to join. You got to answer one question. It's not tough. The question is, what's up, nerd? It's real simple. All you got to do is answer that. That's how we know you're not a robot. And if you're not, then we'll let you in and you can partake in all of the nerdy things that we have going on there. Also, while you're on Facebook, go ahead and follow us. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, and we are, just those two, plus Facebook.
I don't know
Makes
what
three.
other one.
Twinder, don't forget Twinder.
We're on Snapchat.
Sure.
Yeah. No, we're not. Don't lead people astray.
We're not
there's
on
a filter
Snapchat.
that puts my face on your face. So
I have
welcome.
thought about that. But on all those platforms, we are at Love Thy Nerd. And if you can't find us, then we ain't on that thing. So be sure
Or
to
it's
check
an
us out.
imposter, and you should
Ooh.
report them.
Impasta.
I don't know.
Well,
Use your best judgment.
impasta.
Don't report us though. The real one.
Yeah, don't report us. We're the real us. Also, be
Legit.
sure to check out this podcast on Twitter at Free Play Podcast. Well, I had a burp. At Free Play Podcast.
Free play Barbie.
Hey, Matt and I also do a couple other shows. We do Beard Bros Game Show live on our Facebook page, Love Thy Nerd Facebook page, every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Matt and his wife, Erin, will turn around, and on Saturday, they do a co-optional stream where they will play the game that we talked about and then turn around and give away a copy of it. So make sure that you are liked and followed and all that good stuff on our Facebook page, and that you've turned on notifications for our page, because you're going to want to know when we go live so that you can watch it and share it and do all sorts of good stuff. But we would love for you to get in there, watch that content, and also share it. It's not hard. You click one little button and then boom, it does the magic for you.
Even Matt can do it.
I did it.
Even Matt can do it. Hey, while you're over on iTunes, last but not least, leave us a 5-star review. Tell us what you think. That helps us, like Matt said, get this podcast out to more people. The more 5-star reviews we have, the better things are in the world. I know it to be science and fact, and it's just an unrefutable. What's the word I'm looking for?
Irrefutable.
It's just
That's
futable.
the one. Yeah, non-futable.
That's the one.
It's a fact. So do us a favor, get on the iTunes and do that. And we are running a giveaway through the end of this month. If we can get 50 5-star reviews, we will do a super awesome, duper, mega
We need
giveaway.
12 more. We need 12 more.
12 more.
12
Dang,
more.
that's not
Hey, here's what I'm going to throw into the mix. I will add from my personal...
that picture in your office. It's going in the
No,
giveaway.
well, I'm not
Pinky.
mailing that. You can forget it. Hey, if you want to pick it up, you're more welcome to. I will do a left-handed Sonic drawing. I'll add that to the mix. Yeah.
It better be
Yep.
realistic. Like I imagine the real
it'll-
hedgehog to be.
Yeah.
It'll be however it comes out. So there's my addition. I can't wait to see what Kate's gonna add to the giveaway. We'll find out next week, I'm sure.
A SpongeBob SquarePants Krusty Krab building butter tray.
These are gonna make people revoke their reviews.
No,
I just
my
looked
ass.
at what I had in my office. It's right
Mine's
there.
a
I'm all
wait.
feel set.
Hold on. Before we end this podcast, let's just pause on that for. You have that in your office?
It's right here.
Can you turn your
Do you want me to
Yeah.
get it real quick? I have to get it up.
No,
It's here.
they don't. Nobody needs to be here for this. But
It's here.
this is such a crash landing. But we're gonna land the plane here. Hey, I'm Bubba Stallcup.
I'm Matt Warmbier.
I'm Kate
And I'm
Kadawaki.
Krusty Krab.
Mr. Krabs,
for-
do we come in for work today?
He said no. And for our cut man, Jonathan Clausen, we'll catch you next week. And remember, Jesus loves you, nerds.
You have been listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Kadawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. Be sure to rate and review the show and share on all the social media.
This does not reflect me as a drummer in any way.